Welcome to the future Eastern Shore, Virginia Regional Library and Heritage Center in Parksley, Virginia. It's November 23rd, and I'm Kara Burton, Library System Director, here to show you the library. I'm going to give you a brief tour today and give you an idea of what it's going to look like. We are so excited. But before I begin, I'd like to thank all the volunteers and staff that have working for over 10 years to get to this point. The dream is finally here. We are so excited to get ready to enter in this new realm for the library, and I can't wait to show you what it's going to look like inside. The first thing I'd like to show you is this thing. This is a mock-up of what the roof line is going to look like, the brickwork. So the bricklayers do this so that they have an idea of how the brick is supposed to be laid, what the mortar is going to be looking like. But what's most important is I want to show you is this stonework. This is designed to copy or mimic what is on what used to be Rudiger's drugstore in downtown Parksley. We wanted to make sure that the new future library fit in with the downtown historic district and didn't conflict with it. So this is one of the elements that we took to echo the design of the downtown. Additionally, if you look at the roof line of the library, it is fairly straight, but it's not straight all the way across because we wanted to make it look like it was different buildings in downtown, and that's also why we have these nice large sunny windows, because the windows in downtown Parksley are like that as well because they're storefronts. Well, here's the entrance, so let's come on in. When you enter the new library, you'll be coming through this nice overhang. And this is what the front entrance will be like when you first come in. To your right will be this public service desk. So let's come in here first. Overhead is what will be a overhang over the circulation desk, and it will have the lighting and the heating and air conditioning vents for this area, because the ceiling is going to have what they call a cloud ceiling with some of the exposed ceiling at the top, but it'll have these neat cloud things, which you will have to see them to see how neat they're going to be. So right here is where the circulation desk is going to be. You'll have to notice that there is water on the ground. That's because we have not put the roof liner on the roof yet. But of course, when the library's done, it'll be perfectly dry. Walking over here to my right is the children's room. The children's room is going to be a nice big area, and as you can see, we will get wonderful natural lighting for the kids to read and interact with all the activities in the library. This larger room, entrance right here, that's going to be the office of our youth services librarian. Up ahead, this is going to be a children's study room where children can come and be tutored or have a nice quiet place to study. To the right is what we call the children's program room, and it's going to have a nice big window right here, so you'll be able to see inside, and this will be a doorway and another full glass panel. And then this room will be where we store all the activities and crafts materials, as well as have STEM and other educational programs. To the right will be a door, but this will be an emergency exit only until at some point in the future we might be able to have outdoor activities. Right here is going to be the family bathroom. So we're going to be Walking back out over here will be a nice, wonderful seating area. And then the other thing I want to point out with the children's room is the space over here is going to have the children's low shelving, and it's going to be on casters, and it'll be angled like this. But the reason we're having it there is so that we will be able to move the shelving off to the side and open up the space for additional program areas. So we will be able to section off this room and make it more versatile and multi-purpose than what we have right now in the other library. And then further back here, as we back up, again, we'll have the low shelving there, and back here will be a little bit higher shelving with the chapter books and nonfiction books, so that in essence, we will be able to create a separate room over here from over in this area, so we can have multiple programs within the library. It's children's room, as well as in the large group instruction room and other spaces in the library. So here's a chance to look back in the staff area. We're very excited about this because we're going to have a nice big space for processing books. We'll have private staff offices, which will help decrease noises and be able to have spaces so we can do our work more efficiently. Again, here was the youth services office. So this will be the circulation manager, youth services librarian, adult services librarian. This will be like a little closet. We will have a break room for the volunteers and staff. They'll have a small table and a kitchenette in there. This will be our technical services manager's office, and this will be my office, the library director's office. We'll have a nice storage closet here for files, and then again, looking back this way will be the rest of our technical services staff, where we have book carts and shelves of books waiting to get out on the shelves for everybody to read. We're so excited. So let's cut back through the shortcut. Now this is going to be the entrance to the stack area, which we call the adult fiction, nonfiction area, from the staff offices. Over here is that's a mechanical room. This is a separate entrance, emergency exit, an entrance for service staff, and then we'll go over, see the other section from the other direction. So let's go back through the staff area. Okay, so again, we've been back at the circulation desk, and then turning to the left, this is what the adult area is going to look like. Over on this side is going to be where the computer stations are going to be. That's going to be the Foundation Center's office, where they can continue to do fundraising for us and the other libraries in the system. This space in here is going to be the smaller group meeting room. This will be a nice size meeting room that'll seat probably at least 10 people, for nonprofits to have different meetings, for my library board to have meetings. We could do some small training programs in there. So we're very excited. The reason it looks all open is because it's going to have glass walls. Additionally, over this way, behind this ladder in this room, that's going to be the electrical room. Of course, where we have all our computer networking equipment. And then this room right here is another small group study room. So this is a smaller one that will be a great space for, again, tutoring and small group study. And all this other space is where our nonfiction books and our fiction books will be. Okie dokie, so we'll keep moving back this way. This room right here is not going to be in a public area. This is going to be our shipping and receiving room. So as you can see, there's a doorway here that goes out back to a loading dock where the UPS and FedEx and all can deliver things to the store. And it'll be a nice secure area. We'll be able to hold all those boxes of books until we're ready to open them up and get them processed. So isn't this a great view again of our circulation desk? And over here will be the children's area. Will be some nice comfortable seating. We can sit there in the nice sunny windows. So we're going to come back out to the main hallway. Let me show you this other room over here. This room is going to be the Friends office. And this is where they plan on having their used book sales in here. So this is a nice little room that they've sponsored as well. We really appreciate all their support and their volunteer work as they help us get ready for the move. And this room right here is our young adult room. Again, it's placed towards the front of the building so they get lots of natural lighting. And this will be where the young adult collections are, the graphic novels, of course, spaces for computers, and some nice seating for the young adults and teens in our area. Now, this room over here is something new and exciting that we don't have in any of our libraries right now. This is going to be our makerspace. And our makerspace is going to be specializing in audio-visual equipment and digitalization equipment. This will be an exciting use for everyone in the community to be able to have access to the equipment for creating their own podcasts. Students will be able to edit their videos for projects. There's a whole lot of wealth of uses that we'll have for the makerspace. And again, it's going to have a nice window so people will be able to see in there. Going back out in the main hallway, this nice wall here is going to be for displays. And what we're entering now is the Heritage Center. The Eastern Shore of Virginia Heritage Center is going to be, oops, sorry for the noise. The Heritage Center is going to be for housing the special collections and archives that we now have in our Eastern Shore room, but will be expanded to include the Kirk Mariner collection, the Francis Bivens Latimer collection, and other materials that will be donated in the future. We're very excited about this. It has special design features, and in a moment I will go over those with you. But in the meantime, let's take a break. Oh, this is where the new bathrooms are going to be. We're going to have, of course, a men's and a women's room and a very nice water fountain right here. So this is the entrance to the future Eastern Shore room. Again, it's going to have a nice glass window as well as a glass door when you enter so that people will be able to see who's in there. And again, if you've been in our Eastern Shore room, you know we have lots and lots of books, and they will be, of course, housed in this room, as well as a space for a couple of tables for people to do their research. And we're also planning to use this room over here for our digitization and scanning equipment, such as our microfilm readers and the microfilm cabinets, the scanning equipment that everyone needs when doing their local history research. To the left, this room is the archivist's office. And this will be where the archivists will be stationed so they can assist people doing their local history research, as well as provide for additional security. She needs a larger office as well because she will be having lots of materials that she'll be working on, or he, when they are getting things processed and preserved for collection storage. And speaking of storage, once we get items, we need to quarantine them into a processing room, and that's what this little room is going to be for the archives. So we need to make sure that the materials that come in our collections do not have any mold, that they're organized and housed in acid-free storage boxes or folders. They don't have any bugs in them. So this is what this room is going to be for those materials. And within that is this little closet here, and that's going to have what's called our dry agent sprinkler system tanks. Because we're entering in the archive room here is going to have some high-tech specialized sprinkler protection systems. It's going to have humidity control and climate control. So anyway, this is what is so exciting about our Heritage Center, is that it's the first facility on the eastern shore of Virginia that's designed specifically for storing archival materials in a climate control and protected facility. It's got some unique design features, particularly related to the thickness of the materials of the walls. Anyway, we're very excited. We're going to have lots and lots of shelving in here to store things. And speaking of sprinkler systems, the whole building will have a sprinkler system. Just the archive room will have a specialized one. The library will have a pre-action sprinkler system, and again, the archive room will have a dry system. Gas is a type of gas. Over here is our large group instruction room. This is the room that will be used by nonprofits and library staff for training, meetings, and other special events. And again, it has a nice natural lighting. Of course, we'll have shades to block the lighting if we're having, digital projections and things like that. But it's going to be a beautiful room. It'll be very comfortable. Over here is going to be the salt works. This will be the kitchenette that people will be using when they're having these meetings and programs to make refreshments and have access to a sink and refrigerator. Again, this is another entrance into the makerspace, and that's so that if we're having a program in this lecture hall, large group instruction room that relates to the equipment that's in the makerspace, it'll provide easy access. Okay, well, I believe that completes the tour of the new library. So we're going to exit out again through the makerspace, through the young adult services, or young adult room, and back out into the main area. Thank you for coming, and we look forward to having you walk through the new library when we open in 2021. Thank you for all your support.